Gonna go live again today. Don't know how great the sound will be, but it's really fast. I'm gonna do another video that I'm gonna edit for give a little bit. But this song here that I was helping a student with, I had a real hard time trying to mute. So basically, what I was trying to teach her was how to get this muting going and doing things of that nature. So we were doing a Harry Styles song, Watermelon, and it went something like. I found it really hard to get all this kind of stuff going on. Talked a little bit about how to palm mute out chords and things of that nature. So there's a few cool things we can talk about on how to get your chords to be muted when you're coming down like a D minor chord, because that's the chord we were working on. Basically, it started off on the chord, and it was like then a mute, and then up on the chord. So we got something like 1E and 2E. And I found this was really tough to get because I guess you can't really see what's happening, but this part of my hand and this part of my hand are actually coming down and muting out the strings. So I'm getting that sort of, even without this hand. See, this hand is kind of muting out the higher strings. This part of my hand's grabbing the lower end. And when I'm over here, I'm not pressing on when I want to mute, but when I want to hear the chord, then I'll press back down. So some good exercises to get good at that would be maybe start on your chord and get a break, and then try to mute it all out. You can see my thumb even came around to grab the top two. But some people can't do that yet. But you can see that my whole wrist is doing that sort of move where we get this 1E and so you can get it fast. It's like 1E and 2E, 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and that's not how you would get it if you couldn't do it. You'd have to build up to being able to get it that fast. So maybe something like 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and the hard part again is getting this. So what I did with my student, I said, okay, let's try it from the mute and the where we get this down. So the strings have to sound all muted out, and then up on the chord. So we get and 1E and 2E and or you could just practice doing this. Get lots of that in songs where we're like. Sounds like my guitar's all squirting over here again. Let me turn that down a bit more. There, that might be better. Yeah, so that's pretty cool stuff. I mean, there's so many different chords to try to mute out and so many different things I've noticed that I am teaching students to try to get through. D minor's not too bad, but a G chord could be a little trickier where we're like. So on G, basically, I'm releasing my knuckles. I'm just trying to get them to lie down on strings 6, 5, and 4, and 3. Well, fingers 3 and 4 release pressure off the fretboard. So we get that. That's a great exercise for learning how to mute out a G chord. What's a good song with that in it? I guess Night Moves. Obviously slow down. is a tough one to mute out. So basically, when I get my students to try to work through this and get this, it's hard at first because you're so you're pressing so hard to get the strings that you find it's really hard to get these knuckles to be relaxed. But when you go to mute them out, just a nice, I mean, even just practice doing it so it's really relaxed on your fingers. You're not really pressing so hard and leaving that pressure there to do that. You're kind of pressing hard for your G chord, then relaxing on the strings because you got to mute anyways. So basically, you're kind of doing the same thing as you would on the D minor. We're still lifting off our strings. We're just not pressing on them. So if we lift off them, then they're technically muted out. So same rule would apply for the G chord. You know, you'd want to release pressure on all the notes, but keep your fingers on them and just try to make your knuckles bend back like that. So D minor we got. That's a tough one to get because we don't have these fingers up here to help us mute out the lower note. So that's why I'm using this part, the heel of my palm, mostly this part as my pick comes down. I mean, the heel hits there and then the pick comes down. This part hits at the top and the pick's working its way down. So it looks like. And then when you play a chord, it wasn't easy. It's not easy. The student I was showing her, she's got like work to do on it. So to get it up to speed. So I said, well, once you get the muting going good on the D minor, without any other strings ringing when you're muting, then you can get something like 1E and 2E and 3E, 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 3. You can see how I can get all 6 on the way down. 1E and 2E, 3E and 4E and 1E and E and 3E and 4E and so yeah, there's not a lot of people watching. I got one person watching. Hopefully that it will pick up a bit more on my channel, because there's lots of things I want to teach. So it's nice to talk to people and see where their problems are. That way I can address those specific problems. So if it's muting or if it's changing chords or it's, you know, there's all kinds of things that we hit like roadblocks that we try to get through forever and ever. But if somebody can just give you an idea on how to get through it quick, it saves you a lot of time. So again, yeah, muting's really cool. You could think of Night Moves by Bob Seger, and we get this down, down, up, down. And basically we're muting out on, it'd be 1E and you got to get good at doing that again, right? Releasing your knuckles. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and C's even tougher because now we have to try to get them to kind of lie down on the bottoms. We don't have any fingers for this bottom E. We got finger 1 here on string 2 for C. We can just release the pressure there. But string 3, there's no finger on it, so we'll want finger 2 to lightly touch it. So basically what we do is we release pressure of our fingers so we're not pressing on the fretboard and then just drop them back a bit. Now you can see if my wrist is going to come this way, my thumb's going to mute out the top string. All right, everybody, I hope that helps you with muting out chords. A good song for trying to get through it would be night moves. Just one that came to me quickly. That does a lot of 1E and a 2E and a 3E, 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E, 3E and a 4E and a 1E. Fastest. And you can see off the G here, I'm going down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, mute, up, up, down, mute, down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, mute, down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, mute, down, mute, down, mute. Well, hopefully YouTube renders this video and I get some half decent live sound this time, but I doubt it. It seems all washy every time I do a live thing, but as long as you're getting the idea to practice, that's what I care about. And I'll do lots of videos where I edit too as well, but I find if I'm losing time and I can't get to it, I want to get something to you guys quickly, so you have something else to work on. All right, have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon. Bye for now.